what are these little sweet treats? Well, I wouldn't say sweet treat. It's like what, breakfast in your hand, breakfast on the go. So we're starting the day at what is this place? Oakberry?
Acai.
We just had a wonderful conversation with this girl right here. Her name was Aaliyah. So yeah, starting our day at Oakberry. And Molly, what is this street called? Like
Portobello Road.
Portobello
We have
Road.
a whole bunch of shops all the way down, and markets and stuff like that. So
I love the style of this little area. It's giving kind of like Camden Town-ish little vibes.
more like markets because they
Yeah.
have like shops and little pop-up shops, which it's always fun to support local.
It is. Okay, everyone's got their yummy little breakfast. Okay, so you got the acai bowl. I think, Willow, you've got a smoothie. Is it cold? Because you're using your jacket to hold that. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to We Plus 3, and welcome to Portobello Road. As you guys saw, we're doing a little breakfast on the go, and we have a super fun journey that I'm excited about. Molly is also excited about. The kids have no idea what we're doing today. They're like, where are we going? We're ready for an adventure. And I'm like, you can't start the adventure without getting a little breakfast in you. So everyone's happy? Everyone's good?
Yep.
All right, here, 3 yeps behind me. So that means we are on the go, and we got the green light to do it to it. So buckle up, grab a snack, and welcome to the journey. They got all kinds of stores here. Molly, do you need a suitcase? Only a few more days left. Nah, I'm just kidding. No suitcases. We got bags. We got rugs. We've got all kinds of stuff going on down here. It's cool too because they have all these little roped off areas. Like this is 42, so I'm wondering if people rent the spaces and they can sell from the spaces, I'm assuming. Got pottery, we've got all kinds of cool little furniture items too. I've noticed so many like vintage stores, different pieces. Everything's unique in this area. I think that is so cool. Like look how cool it is down here. Ah, look at that art up top too. Very nice. Look how cool this car is. A Rover 95. I don't think I've ever heard of this, but it's very London. I can see Paddington in the back. You know, a little bear just holding on. Just come on, man. Welcome to London. That's cool. I like that. Very, very vintage, antique. Off we go to a station. We have to make our way to somewhere fun today, and I'm excited. And I'm sure, well, you guys probably saw the thumbnail, so you know exactly where we're going. It's always weird that there's a thumbnail and you know what the video's about before I actually get there. Kind of weird in a way, but also kind of fun. All right, here we are, right on time. Our chariot awaits, so here we go.
It's not the right one.
It's not the right one. It literally says we're going to, oh, we're not going to Paddington, are we? Our chariot does not await. It does not await. It does not. I forgot that a lot of the lines are down right now. They don't all just go to basically the same location. So this is our first time doing basically this line, so it's different, right? So which one are we looking for? Barking?
Well, what we were doing at the very beginning is we'd get to a spot here, and then we'd jump on the train that pops up. And then we're like, what did we do wrong? Why are we going this way?
And then we also learned, which people can make fun of us if they want, is there's a Euston and then Euston Square. We thought we were doing it wrong, and we're like, we could have just hopped over here. It was never that. It was literally 2 different places. That's okay. We learn as we go, but the tube system is still amazing.
It's very user-friendly too. Like I was telling my friends and family that if you were to go to Europe and you have never experienced a train system like we had no idea. I would say go to London first, learn the train system, and then you could do the rest of Europe.
Right. And you're starting somewhere where they speak English.
But also you might be kind of mad because you can use your bank card or your phone, like Apple Pay or Google Pay, and you could tap it. Well, all around Europe, you have to go get cards.
The machines, yeah.
People, so it's a little bit more difficult. That's why I was saying, come here to learn the system, and then you can be like, oh, well, I already know how to do this, so I'm not going to be like flustered to do it in a different location, different language. There's sometimes barriers depending on where you go, but for the most part, it's straightforward.
Now our chariot awaits.
Okay, wait. Is this has got to be it because it's one or the other. Oh, okay. Yes, Willow, you are correct. Now our chariot awaits. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can actually see it says barking on there, right? So that's what we're looking for. The other one was just to Paddington. So, all right, let's do this thing. I'm excited. Not a bad gap today. Yeah, it's a good one. Well, that was a quick ride here.
There was no stops, which was pretty neat.
That was really neat.
We needed to get on this train as fast as possible because we were looking at another one that was like an hour and a half, but it had stops along the way. This one was straight there.
And oh yeah, welcome to Cambridge. I'm excited. This is gonna be so cool. First of all, we had 30 seconds to get on that, which was wild. We didn't film any of that. And then the next one would have been a 2-hour journey to here. This one was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally. So amazing. So glad we're here. I got to work on the computer for 45 minutes, and that was pretty much it. But on the way out, we are super excited to explore Cambridge today. Off the way here, look at this. We got little food trucks. Very open so far. I mean, obviously we just got off the train, right? I do know that we have quite a bit of things on the map to look at. I know we're gonna be starting with a few museums, which we are excited to pop in and take a little look. And you can't come to Cambridge without seeing what, Molly? Come on.
The university.
Cambridge University. We're already invited to such beautiful architecture, which, wow. I'm like looking around everywhere. Do we see a unicorn? Every time Willow sees a unicorn, she's like, we have got to take a photo of it. So that's the first unicorn of the day. Looks like we just came up onto a church here. I mean, you can't come to a church and, not take a little peep in, right?
I always look at the stained glass windows. I'm like, how many do they have?
So beautiful. We're not gonna go all the way in, but we're gonna pop over and
The top is beautiful too.
take a little peek. Wow, that is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Well, beautiful, beautiful church. I love it. I didn't see a name on it, but it was really pretty. Oh, here you go. Catholic church right there. Boom. See, they're doing a lot of renovations on it too, so making it even nicer. Looks like we're pulling up right here. Well, pulling up, more like walking up to, well, welcome to the Polar Museum here. Wow, look at this building, dude. 1934. Looks like we're about to go into some history here. All right, let's do it to it. And it's free, so you just walk in and do the museum. So we already walked into the museum, and just like that, you already have all kinds of information. The South Antarctic right there. I'm excited to pop in and see what the Polar Museum has to offer. Aw, my favorite little friends. You guys know I love penguins. So this actually shows where the ice was from the years.
Yep. And we're going closer to our year.
Okay, let's check it out. Look how much has changed. A lot of cool information on the walls as well, but all right, well, let's pop in here and let's check this place out. Look at this, just popping in already. This is the Arctic Transport. How old do you think this is? It's gotta be old, it's an antique. Old mittens right there from 1930. And this kayak is also from 1930 as well. I would have never guessed it either, so, I mean, your guess was as good as mine. All right, well, let's learn a little bit about the Arctic today. Got all kinds of cool things in here. Wow, old fish hooks from 1904. We'll try to pan so you guys can also read, a few different things as well. But old jacket right there. I think it's fascinating. Like, I know I talked about it in a museum probably a few days ago, but how old these pieces are and the history, right? And then also getting them into one location and preserving them is just super cool. All right, the Arctic as home. You know the drill. I'll pan down. You can read it all, because I'm not going to read it for you.
You see Canada, it goes up. And then we get over to Russia, Europe, and then back around.
Yeah. You can see it all. Today, 10 million people live in the Arctic and subarctic. Wow. Look how old this is. Ooh, from reindeer. What? Reindeer wore these right here. Cool. What do you think it played? What do you think it sounded like back in the day? Almost looks like the music boxes, right? Like the little needles in the music box. So when you turn it, you could hear them. And they would basically go through the strings right there. And, well, I'm not going to be able to make the noise, but I wonder what that sounds like. You're probably spot on. That sounds about right. The old rocks. Wow. Look at the paper alone in there. That paper is just so old. Were they labeled the rocks back in the day? I don't see a date on those. Oh yeah, from 1818 from an expedition. Look at that back in the back. Those are their eye protector goggles, is what it says. This looks like a piece of nothing. That's crazy to see that was their goggles back in the day. Very interesting pieces in here, for sure. Yeah, this music box is just really, really cool. Very fascinating. Old medals from 1911 to 2002. It's an old treasure map.
It's so big.
It is.
This is from 1822. Talk about old. Some history right there. Oh, look at that little book right there.
Baby book.
It's a book of the sacred poetry owned by Sir John Franklin. Oh, I have another drawer.
Paintings.
Oh man, look at these. These are always so cool to look at. I actually used to have one. I don't know if it was old or antique, but Grammy bought it for me because my room used to be actually your age. My theme in my room had a bunch of boats in it at one time.
That's cool.
I went through a phase. I don't know. I just thought this stuff was really cool. I still think today that they're really, really cool, but people still do this today. This is one of their hobbies where they make the little boats. That one's got a lot going on right there. Little model ships. Really neat. Super cool. Your mom's even on display. Got some art back here. Little art in the Arctic. I like this. Art of the Arctic. Who would have known? These are beautiful, vibrant pieces too. Some little icebergs over here. So we got pieces from 2022, 2019. Some icebergs. That looks like someone actually took the picture. Look how pretty these are. This is wax on a panel. So these are actually waxes.
They look like ocean.
Yeah. This is melted wax on a piece of glass. It's very pretty. Wax on panel, mirror, yeah. This one's got resin, and then this one right here is another wax on panel. Who would have known you could make that with wax? They used to wear these goggles, and they had this jacket, and then this would keep their hands obviously warm because, you know, it's cold there, but just look how amazing these pieces are. This is crazy to me.
I found something you love.
Oh, let's go check it out. I love penguins. Thank you. Well, hi, buddy.
It's a little
Oh,
penguin.
and then did you see the little baby? Oh my goodness.
I already took a picture.
Did you take a picture? I'm sure you did. That is so cute. This is a pretty cool place. Look at all these old pieces right here. Old cameras. You know, I'm gonna go check that out. Oh, wow. Those old buttons from the jackets and the vest. There's a whole sewing kit right there back in the day. You can see the outfits right there, what they wore. Old pots, pans. Got some axes. Whoa, nice cat shacks. These old pocket watches. Ooh, look at the little tiny one. That's cool.
I've seen a lot of those before.
Yeah, I've seen those too. We like old pocket watches. This one is showing to be from 1914. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder what this is. This device here, that is awesome looking. The device says it could be used to look at the horizons and know like with where you were going. That's what it says below. So, yeah, I mean, it would make sense because it's by the binoculars, and then you could see the horizon with that and different scales of stuff on how far you would have to go.
Stand like this, and then you can see it.
Yeah, that's exactly with what they would do. Cocoa here, chocolates. What's the date on this box of chocolate? From 1915. Okay, that is some history right there. And made in Great Britain. Oh, that's so cool. I think these old cans and canisters are always so neat to see. My parents actually, well, my family is into collecting old canisters, and they've got some old ones. So this photo was taken in 1911 right there. Whew, look at that. That's an awesome shot. Could you imagine vlogging today with that large camera? You'd have to hold it like, here man, here, let me take your photo and video. Yeah, you can see right there. See the guy? He was standing with the tripod. It's cool to see where we've come with our technology. I'm literally filming cameras that are old cameras. That's so cool. It's kind of a full circle of history right there. See that in the back? It says a B meter. Watkins B meter. Let's see if we can find some info on that. So they would use those right there to test the exposure to know where the settings they would use for their camera. Like this one does it obviously naturally on its own and exposing the exposure. But back in the day, they would have to carry tools with them to see what exposure and what shot they would need to take before they took it, because film wasn't just on an SD card. Oh, look at all this. Whoa, all kinds of cool pieces over here. Ice, climate, science. And also, you got a little gift shop. You gotta support the research, right? Absolutely do. Aw, look at these little polar bear earrings. It's actually made to land on ice and snow. You see the pads right there?
Yeah.
That's cool. It's a dual prop plane. Very awesome. We actually took a dual prop plane to Montenegro. Remember that? And it was like, "Meow." You could hear it out your window. So much cool tech in here. It's an aerial camera is what it says. Got some polar politics right here. All kinds of information. And then I didn't even see that above us. Cool little sled right there. All right, well, that was a cool little museum to learn about the Arctic and see all the old historical pieces in front of us, like the old cameras, all the gear.
We haven't really seen anything from
No.
like Antarctica or the Arctic at all.
No, we literally just had an abundance of learning, like right there in our faces. You could spend a lot more time in there than we did, but to get the gist of it, I mean, in the small time frame that we were in there and filming and just seeing it all, I mean, we learned quite a bit. And also just the building this is in, so beautiful. Wow. And I wonder how they've been doing it since, I mean, obviously that's etched into the building, so quite some time.
A research institute, and they go out and do expeditions to Antarctica
Yeah.
and the Arctic. So they have a research institution in here.
That's really, really cool. So yeah, if you're in Cambridge, I mean, come see it all and learn a little bit. It's free just to walk in and learn some knowledge. It's definitely cool walking the streets of Cambridge because obviously you see Cambridge University, you see a lot of like this town on movies and shows, and it's just so pretty. It's pretty calm, and I don't know if it's because we're not in like such a crazy busy area, but just walking the streets and enjoying the weather and the people are just smiling and vibing. But I love all the cute little houses and stuff too. So definitely a cool area. I'm really excited to be here and open myself up to learning more about just this area. But that's what all of this is about, right? Seeking new adventures and finding new things to take in and learn. And I mean, we just did that. So learning about the Arctic. Didn't know we were gonna do that today. Yeah, look at these. I just love these old houses like that. Well, I guess in a sense they're not all one house. It's multiple flats in one, but pretty cool. And I would say a lot of these are probably, college houses too. Because we are, in a college town. All right, well, welcome to location number 2, second museum of the day. And wow, there was no signage to the museum when we were walking in. It was kind of just like, is this the right place? But welcome to the where? Where are we, Molly?
We're at the Fitzwilliams Museum.
Oh.
This one has 2 floors to go and
Oh,
explore.
wow.
It's always so weird going into a museum, and I'm so used to having to pay. And so I go over to, and I'm like, hello.
This is just walk in and kind of go on with your day. But like I was saying, it didn't really look like a museum when you first got here. But wow, look at all the natural daylight this place has. So pretty. Let's start the journey in here. We've got quite a bit to see and 2 floors. I mean, well, you gotta start somewhere. Look at these old gauntlets here. 1520, an artificial hand. Wow. Okay, so I mean, like prosthetics, right? So you could do stuff. Wow, the technology, I mean, started from back then, and obviously they made it better today. But an artificial hand. It's like, where do they find this stuff? It's German from 1550. Okay, well there you have it. Oh, this one's Italian. So this would obviously protect your hand during battle and stuff like that. Yeah, and you've got all of this right here for battle. All right, we are entering into the Rothschild Gallery right here. And it's a little dark, but we'll let the camera focus a little bit. But we've got some pretty cool pieces in here. It says medieval this way. Wow. Some old books. Oh, look at this. Some old coins. Piece number 1 is really pretty. That is a earring. Gothic 5th or 6th century gold right there. Again, it's amazing to me where they find these pieces, right? You can get them here. Number 27 is really cool as well. What was number 27? Oh, it's a pendant. We got a gold little nugget on 37. So these are actually like old pieces of gold, and look how shiny they still are. Look at 36. Got a little bracelet right there. Whoa, look at these old keys. I don't know if you guys can see it with the glare, but those are really cool looking. I'll get down from this angle. French keys from the 16th century. I think these old keys are just so cool looking. How big this book is. This book is from 1280 to 1300. It's probably the oldest thing we've seen lately. Little information right there about what we're actually looking at. From Tuscany, Italy. The arts of the Near East is what we're coming into.
All the colors and patterns and different shapes.
These are beautiful pieces. Let's just pick a random one. Let's just see. Seated lion from the 12th or the 13th century. Like you see, very, very old. An owl with a removable head. This is stoneware. That is a beautiful piece right there. Look at this. Almost looks like a huge cookie jar. This museum looks like it's got quite a bit of room. So let's just crank up some music and let's just look at a bunch of pieces. Welcome to Egypt.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Yes, there's some amazing pieces in this museum. Wow. Like, for example, look at all of this. Like, okay, obviously we can't film every single one there is, right? But some of these are incredible. We're talking like 200 BC, 900,000 years ago. We are seeing some of the most, like, wow, some of the oldest pieces you can ever see. Look at this right here. From 1279 BC, you can see the etchings and the limestone, right? This is how they, made stories back then, on limestone. Let's go over here a little bit more lights. Pick a random piece, Jackson. What do you want to talk about? What piece draws you in? You have this entire case. What do you want to see? All right, what number is that? All right, let's find 28 right here. Red ink holders. There is a black pigment stored inside. That was basically their pencils back in the day, I'm assuming, or like a pen. It's pretty neat.
Flutes.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. So stepping into another Egyptian room, and whoa, oh my goodness. Look how vibrant that is. 6,000 to 3,000 BC, some of these pieces in here. My goodness, could you imagine being on an excavation and you're gonna go find things like this? What an incredible story you could tell. This old necklace right there, number 22. Objects from a single tomb. So that was found inside of a tomb right there. That was found in 1898 right there. Cool necklaces. Love all these old little dainty little small pieces. Those are always really cool to see. Old woodwork right here. Very, very old right there. I don't see the number on those, but I think those are just on display. But yeah, the Egyptian stuff is just always kind of pulling me in a little bit. I think the history of these pieces is just incredible. It's like, how do they preserve this wood, right? How is it still here today? And obviously not crumbling and falling apart. Hi! You're gonna be the tour guide? Okay, well, what do we have? I need you to tell me every piece that we have in this class. I'm just kidding. We would be here forever if we did that.
But that means that we have to come back, and that's the great thing about museums is you can't see everything in one visit, and just because you saw something doesn't mean that you might see something different at a later time.
Well, this place literally has it all. You don't realize how big it is until you start walking around a little bit.
We almost forgot one thing.
What?
That.
What? What did I almost forget? Didn't even see that up there, Willow. So it happens when you don't look up. That's pretty. Looks like somebody took a bench and just cut it in half, obviously, because you can't fit the whole bench in here, but wow. Look at the old etching in that. That is really, really neat. Look at the legs on that, too. Talk about some work.
These are amulets.
Beautiful little pieces.
This one is a clay capitals and shaft. I was just saying it looks like the chimney cake that I had.
It does look like a chimney cake. Yeah, I can see that. Got some old things written right there.
And then we have this room.
Yes, we have all the rooms to ourselves, which is so nice. We can hear ourselves, which I always love that. Sometimes you get into a room and it's just all of a sudden 50 people and it's just like, ah.
I'll tell you something. This is like this, and this is like this, and then it's a circle.
Oh, it is a
We went
circle.
in a circle.
We basically did a circle. What's this way to the right, Miss Tour Guide? Where are we going?
This way.
Okay, let's go this way. Okay, well, I don't even know. We're just gonna keep on going with it. What is up there? Okay, we're gonna save that. That looks beautiful.
Can we go up there now?
I mean, we can go that way.
It's this way. We're going to a beautiful area.
We're going to a beautiful area.
Love, 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 love it.
That's a lot of loves. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. I think this is the entrance we were supposed to go in. I would say we went through the back way, huh? This is absolutely beautiful. Let's head up the steps and let's get some closer views of everything. Hi, Willow. This is so beautiful. So we're gonna make our way up to the second floor here. And we've got pieces everywhere to take in and look at.
Yeah, your body has to be right here.
Okay.
Look up, okay? So
Okay.
put your body right here.
My body's right here. Now what? You want me to look up?
Up.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Willow, this is beautiful. Wow. Incredible. Well, you've been a great tour guide so far. You got us to this beautiful room. That's amazing.
I was looking down here.
Oh, that is very cool looking. I'm sure that took some work right there.
Brown. This one.
Yeah, we got a lot to look at. Molly, do you recognize this? I caught Molly taking a picture of this. I'm like, oh, you took a photo because you remembered, right? She's like, wait, what?
It drew my attention, so I took a picture of it, and I was like, I'll look at it later. I'll examine it now, but then I didn't even look over here, and I was like, I'll keep it off.
Jackson was even like, oh, I've been there. I'm like, dude, I know, how amazing. You're literally looking at a painting of somewhere you've been.
I
Like,
looked
that
at
is
all
cool.
the other ones, and
Yeah.
I looked at the location of all the other ones, and I was like, Venice, and somewhere else, and then Venice. I didn't even think maybe it was in Florence.
We literally stood right in the middle, right there, and took a photo out. Actually, we walked across that multiple times. It's actually interesting too to see this, the way this must be flipped around because there's the walkway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're looking at it from the side of
Opposite way.
yes, the
So we
opposite
never
way.
came down this walkway.
Yeah, because I'm like, where's it at? We always just walked down that way and then went over. Such a cool place. But yeah, there you have it right there. That's Florence. Beautiful, beautiful pieces though. My goodness. Gorgeous art in here. Oh, have a clap to my finished up my sentence. Willow, we are definitely in your element of a room here. We've got flowers for days. Look at these pieces in here. And also, good thing I just did that B-roll session because this floor is quite squeaky, I will tell you that. We've actually seen some pieces like this in castles. Remember, we were in Austria and we saw big pieces like this and it had different drawers. It had a mirror on the inside. Whoa, man. We were literally just talking about the pieces with all the hidden doors and drawers, and look at that.
They all have keys.
Yeah, they do. This is from 1660. Wow, 1660. Could you imagine coming across a piece like this, not knowing what it is? Maybe it's in an estate sale and someone doesn't know and it's been passed down from generations and you actually get the piece? Like, winning for sure. I mean, chances of that happening. And the museum keeps continuing. They have a lot of different exhibits too that are actually covered up, you know, protecting it from the daylight coming in. Because if not, they would be ruined, right? That's kind of what's hiding underneath all of these. Gotta protect it from the UV rays, right? I mean, it is from the 1600s, right? So you gotta protect them. Whoa, look at these. Yeah, from what, 1580?
They wrote the Netherlands.
Yeah, you gotta keep the sun off of those, right? That was fantastic. The Fitzwilliam Museum, and now we're coming out to some breezes and a little bit of wind. But it's always really, really cool when you get to go into a new museum and learn some things you've never learned before in a place you've never been. And we've never been to Cambridge, and we're excited to be here and see how beautiful it is. And just, wow. The Fitzwilliam, that was amazing. And it cost $0, right? So always try to donate or do good, at least by these videos, right? It brings people in and it's kind of our way of giving back. But again, $0 entry, and there was so much to see. I don't even know how long we were in there. Definitely over an hour, I will tell you that. There was actually 2 entrances to go in. We went into that entrance there. There was also another entrance here. The second entry here, and this is the one that had the really, really pretty entrance as you walked in, and we did a little B-roll session in there, but my goodness, this is gorgeous. So I guess if you're gonna come and do this museum, I would definitely come into the beautiful entrance so you can see the pillars, you can see the gorgeous, inviting entrance. I would highly recommend popping in to this one right here. I think we came in the back way, but that's okay. Wow. Beautiful ceilings, columns. It's a very pretty entry. We are 3 museums deep today, and perfect timing because they close in an hour. I think we can knock this out in an hour. Oh, love the entrance. Really, really cool. Let's do it. Wow, look at this. That is a really cool piece. Oh, you start and you end in the gift shop. Not a bad inviting way to come into somewhere cool. Okay, galleries right there. Free entry. You ready to do this thing? Museum number 3. It's like, where do you even begin, right? I mean, we obviously have a big square to walk around, but it's just like overwhelming of pieces. Look at these shells. Look at my hand, okay? Look at the shell. We're gonna stay with the family today. Maybe we're all gonna learn a little bit today. I say I'm gonna head over there and then I start seeing different pieces. Oh, well, there you have it. You have the turtle shell right there. This was once a green turtle. Well, we saw big turtles the other day. Now you can see the skeleton of a turtle. You don't realize like the protectant of the actual turtle shell until you see the inside.
It's from Texas.
This is from Texas? Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. All the way from Texas. That's really neat. This one is too right here? Oh, there we go.
We're from Texas.
We sure are. We're from Texas. How you doing, little lady? You thought that turtle over there was big. Look at this turtle. Oh my goodness. This is a leatherback turtle. That is a big guy right there. He's bigger than us. Oh my goodness. I've never seen a turtle that big. Why is everybody named Lisa always so kind?
She just gave the kids a whole entire lesson about turtles, and maybe they can share some facts about the turtles.
Yeah, I literally learned things about turtles I never even knew. I think it's cool that she just explained about the rib cages.
There's only one turtle where its rib cage is not connected to the shell, and all the other ones are connected. So that one was like an underwater one that would swim around, I guess maybe in depths. Maybe the pressure would have like broke ribs, so maybe that's why it was like separated, but they don't actually know. So it's just interesting to see that there's actually one that's not connected to the shell, because I thought all of them were.
She took us around on our own personal little journey. That was cool.
I found something.
You found my little friends?
I brought copper penguins.
Oh, look at them. Yes, we need a little penguin. We do. We need a little penguin. Or a little baby Joey. Little baby kangaroo. We can put the little baby kangaroo in your purse.
Did you know that they have these birds at the Prague Zoo in a separate section?
Is that the ones that we walked through? Was it these right here?
They were cranes, they're further down.
Okay,
but
we walked through some big birds at the Prague Zoo.
These right here, they like go really slow. I'm like,
You're like, hey, how you doing?
they're like,
Yeah, they are. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing them.
I don't want to see those.
Oof, spiders, no.
Let's just not look at them.
Yeah, we'll just glance. Okay, spider. We saw him. Crabs.
They're
Well,
kind of cute.
in a way, yeah, in their own shape or form.
Spider crab.
European spider crab.
Yeah, let's just
Hello there.
Let's just pretend it's just a crab.
Yeah. Yep. These are just crabs. Some of them are just like,
they don't look real.
I know, a giant bush cricket. You imagine? I mean, that's the size of a bird right there. Some of these are very, very old, like 1800s. Like, when I say old, also one over there was from the 1700s. It's like, how do you know where a bug came from and like what year? Down the stairs we go to see a lot more. We saw some of those in Prague, inside the other museum.
It's a Japanese spider crab.
Wow, look at that. I think it's huge. Yes, it
Never
is.
get by those on the beach.
Yeah, no, if you see those on a beach, you just,
run.
yeah, I would run. Some sills. Wow, look at all of this. This is really cool to see up close. Armadillo.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
Yeah. That's a little manatee right there.
Would you go up close to this one, only this far away?
You know what? I don't think I would.
Only this far away.
Yeah, I would be very far away. Yes, I would.
Tortoise.
Giant tortoise?
It is giant.
It is indeed very, very big.
That one kind of looks like one too.
Yeah, it sure does. I did not know all of this was below us.
Would you get
I don't even know what that is. Let's see. What do we have here?
polar bear?
A polar bear? No, ma'am. I would not be by any polar bears. Oh, now that I told the kiddos that I love penguins, they keep showing me everything that has to do with penguins. This is a really cool enclosure. Aw, my little friends.
That would be cute if they were actually alive.
That would be cool. This is just a little model right here, but
It's not
still cool little friends.
It's not real animals. They just like carve something.
They look like they're made out of clay, it looks like.
Yeah, they're cute.
And we have a bigger version of it right here. Look at this.
These are seagulls.
See, got some seagulls on there. See, they're making messes, is what they were doing. Africa's deadliest land mammal. Ooh. Yeah, you definitely don't want to put your hands or head in one of those. Whew. Pretty unusual, right? Like, you don't ever see the skeleton of these animals, but when you get up close, you're like, wow. Like, look what it's all involved and look what it entails inside of all of this. Yeah, it's way bigger than us. She said there's actually no dinosaurs in here. I think there's one or two little things of the dinosaurs, but she said this is everything that was after the dinosaur is in this museum here. But, whew. Oh, this is an elephant right here, Willow. It's the inside of an elephant. It's my first time actually seeing the skeletons of all of these animals. Is this a giraffe right here? Wow, look at this. Yes, that was a giraffe, you're right. You found something? Let's go check it out. Yep, cute little penguin.
Did you know that they have sea spiders?
Sea spiders.
Do you see that?
I see the sea spider, yes I do.
Bigger than my hand.
It is bigger than your hand. Kind of looks like a cave cricket a little bit. Well, that was the zoology museum. Shout to Lisa in there, just dropping the knowledge today with all the history. Like, wow. She literally just kept taking us around and we were doing all, dude, you just literally got maybe a month of homeschool in there. Like, she was super kind. So yeah, shout to her, shout to the zoology museum. Definitely knew all kinds of knowledge and the kids were just sitting there listening the entire time. All right, we're museum hopping, we're doing it. We're moving and grooving. Some of the most incredible buildings in Cambridge as well. Like, just look at this right here. So pretty. I love the styles, I love the design. The architecture of all of it is just gorgeous. Literally could sit and just stare at buildings all day. I feel like I'm being dropped off for college. All right, off to the next museum. I see a little dinosaur right there. So what are we doing? Where are we going? Probably to a dino exhibit? Who knows, but wow, look at the grounds here. Okay, welcome to Sedgwick Museum of Earth Sciences. Greeted with a big old dino right there. Little information. Okay, welcome, welcome. Wow, look at all of this. We got like studies and studies and more studies here. Some of these pieces, you just gotta know, are just so ancient and old. Those are beautiful. Look at that shark tooth right there. That's really, really cool. I know the pink gem is gorgeous. And we have some old teeth right there. Like, this is obviously their studies over time, right? But when you see a museum like this, it's like, okay, we studied it, now let's put it on display. But just to see like their old studies, I mean, this is really neat. It's like you're walking into a library of knowledge, right? This is basically what it is. So this is a gigantic great horn is what we're looking at. You've got some info right there on the wall. I don't think I've ever seen one of these, to be honest with you. I think it's huge. Definitely wouldn't want that running up on me. Wow, I mean, because look at the rack on that. Looks like the kiddos found a little coloring station over here.
Mom actually did.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you color. Okay, looks like our art class is coming to an end. This was really cool. Willow, these turn out awesome. She even signed her name right there.
She's got to draw things from the museum. She's got to draw something that's really big, really scary.
We could take that with us.
small,
Yeah.
Scaly. Can you
All right,
find
Jackson, you're almost done with yours, right? Looking good over there, buddy. Looking good. This was really, really neat. I mean, it was just a lot of things, like as you guys can tell in the cases. There's no way we could see all of it. We actually ended up turning it into a little homeschool class day, right? I mean, we've got glass cases upon glass cases upon glass cases. Wow. Some of this stuff, I mean, we're talking.
It's like you go on an expedition and you go and search for things. It's like hide and seek with all the items.
And it's all here right before our eyes. I thought this place was, you know, just this way, right? And then I looked to my right. Oh my goodness. Let's get your mom's reaction, okay? See what she does. All right, it's the end of the road. Let's see, we gotta get your mom's reaction. Willow, look to your right. This place keeps going. Oh my goodness. So we were just hanging out. We're like, okay, this is only like one hallway of a museum. And then, whoa, talk about hands-on learning. Look at all of this. This is so cool. The mineral gallery right here.
I'm excited to see some.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at all of these. Willow's gonna love this pink one right here. I already know it. She's gonna go, Dad, look at this pink one. Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. Got some gemstones on the wall here as well. Very, very little, tiny little pieces. These are beautiful stones.
For like modern chemistry and them figuring out about colors and stuff, they had to use the minerals and grind them up to use them as colors. So depending on like where people lived, that's how they were able to like paint murals and portraits. It
Oh,
says maybe
that's cool.
Painting relied on a rather restricted range of familiar minerals. So I was like, interesting. So like they had gold and vermilion, and then yellow and rouge, which is I guess red.
No wonder paintings were so pricey back then.
Yeah. You want a painting? Yes. Let's go find your minerals.
That
Grind them
is
up.
so cool. Yeah, there you have it right there. Cool that you can pop in these museums and they're all different. And these old buildings too here in Cambridge. Yes, phosphates over there, fluorides, stone of heaven. Got sulfates right here, hanging on the wall before us.
All of these are minerals, right? On the
Yeah.
periodic table. Seeing them in person makes you think about science better.
Science. Look at this cool little office over here. This is Dr. Woodward's study. It belonged to John Woodward in 1665. Okay, that's pretty cool. A little information right there for you. But now it's just closed off little room here. See if we can get a little peek of what it looked like. Got kind of a glare, but this is awesome right here. It's definitely a piece of history left in the building. Well, that's exactly what it was like right there. This is the original study room right here. That's cool how they just boxed it off and you got it all right there. We were just walking to go check out a clock and I can't like not stop here, right? Look, Corpus Christi College, Cambridge. Look how beautiful this is. Wow, gorgeous. All right, we're gonna keep the little Cambridge tour going today. Here you have it. You just saw a little glimpse of Corpus Christi College. Well, all of this is Cambridge University, right? But I'm sure a lot of you've seen maybe scenes of movies there, but pretty neat. We're in a pretty iconic place today. Does it feel iconic, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done quite the museum tours, quite the college tours, and we're excited to see quite a few more things.
Yeah.
It's cool too because everybody's just kind of walking around, just it's normal for them, but from when we see obviously a college like that we've seen online or in a movie, you're like, I've seen that before, right? But to see it before your eyes, it's pretty cool. Look at this gorgeous little square here. The streets and over there, oh my goodness. But look at the clock. We came all the way to see this. You hear it ticking?
The grasshopper thing. It's moving it.
That is so cool.
I can kind of see a little blue going around it.
Yes, there is the blue. You see the blue going like this? Wow. It's right here. See it? The blue?
Oh.
and then the blue goes around like this. It's a really, really cool clock. This was actually designed by John C. Taylor, inaugurated in 2008 by Stephen Hawking. So there you go. It's really, really cool. It's exact every 5th minute. Wow. So there you have it. The clock. We are seeing it all. Cambridge, you are beautiful. And every time we go around the corner, we are just ticking things off of the list. Ticking. No pun intended. All right, we're gonna walk back this way so we can show your mom the main entrance of Cambridge. Like, that's like so cool and iconic to see. Jackson and I got to see it because him and I are, you know, doing some side quests today, just popping around. This line right here are for people who attend Cambridge University. We are just guests of the university today. Like, when you typically see Cambridge University in movies, you see people walking around, hanging out. This is what they typically show, but really, really awesome. I like how they have all this here, so obviously people aren't crowding into the university and in the way of everything, but definitely beautiful. I would say that Cambridge is such a magical place, from seeing the university, going into the museums, seeing the local places, and just like looking around and seeing the churches before us are just like, wow. There's literally churches on every corner. Everywhere you look, there's a church or there's a beautiful building to look at. Like, look at this, we're making our way back to the station, but just look how amazing this is. Like, obviously this is not a bad place to ride your bike or take a little stroll and just see all the beauty, right? Incredible. Everywhere you look, you got some beautiful architecture. All the bakery shops too, I would love to add. Restaurant, tea room. Look at all the sweet little treats in the window. Oh my goodness. Coffee shops, pastries. Love how they have all these little viewing decks right here, right? So you can come in here and check out the colleges, but oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful grounds. I like how they do this though. Obviously they don't want people clouding in here, but
well, if you're not in college, then you don't have to be in here unless you're in a tour.
Can we say that we have attended Cambridge now? I mean, technically we have.
Went to Cambridge.
Yeah. I mean, we just, you know, didn't attend, but
We just leave it at that.
oh, what college have you been to? Cambridge? All right, we are back to Cambridge Station. That's such a walkable city. You could tell it's like easy for students to get around. I mean, everyone's on bicycles. I mean, there's bicycles galore. There's like corrals of bikes. But that was a pretty awesome day in Cambridge, and then boom, we're already back. Love a simplicity travel day. All right, goodbye Cambridge. You were awesome. The cool thing about our URL pass is we just have to show the attendant basically our large QR code, and then we get to go through, which is really, really cool. Just like that, we're already into the main station. So simple, such an easy process. I think the more we do trains over and over and over again, we enjoy them. The only thing that takes a little bit longer is when the trains have stops, but plane versus train, they're kind of in between, right? For day trips like this, hop on a train. By the time you go to an airport to go do a little journey, you're gonna spend 4 to 5 hours at an airport, getting to an airport, but you just find which transportation works best for you.
And I just looked at the screen and I was trying to figure it out because we're going to King's Cross, but King's Cross is like leaving like in 1 minute. That's a different train. We're actually leaving out of Brighton because King's Cross just left. We would not have been able to make that one. That one could possibly be a longer train. So the one that I picked is only an hour from here, and we have to get on platform 7.
Yes, you are right. So yeah, check your trains. I mean, make sure you've got the right journey, because if you choose the wrong journey, you could be on the train for 2 to 3 hours when it only takes 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. I mean, on the way here, our train only took 48 minutes. And
Feel
then the one back
way
is
quicker than that.
an hour and 6.
Yeah, so. But the chance of it taking that longer, I don't know, they're pretty on the dot about it, because when we boarded the train earlier, we had 30 seconds to find the platform, find the train, and get on it. And yeah.
So
But,
this
yeah.
one, the reason why it takes longer is because we have 7 stops before our stop.
Okay.
And that's just stopping to pick up people or drop people off. But the one that when we came here, 48 minutes train. We never stopped.
That's incredible. And the nice thing is we don't have to swap trains, and that saves so much time. Having to get off the train, swap platforms, wait for the train. It's just pretty much straight there. I love that. Platform 7, we must go. Platform 7 is this way. So off to platform 7. they've got all kinds of shopping too here, which you would think that, oh, it's a smaller station, but it's not. It's actually pretty big. They've got coffee, they got treats. So if you need something to eat on your journey, you are covered. Our goal is to go to Camden Town again for dinner. So that's where we're heading, to Camden Town. And I gotta do a little editing so I can keep these daily videos going. The streak continues. So I'm super excited, trying to get ahead a little bit too. So if we can at least get them edited and up on time, we have more time that we can actually enjoy when we're out doing these videos. So it doesn't put me behind so much. Because you guys know we'll actually create a video the night before and then we post it the next day. But if we're out exploring, that video has to be edited when I get back. And typically, if we don't get back till 9 or 10 p.m. at night, that has me editing till 1 in the morning. Then have to render it, get it to YouTube, and then you're going to bed at obviously 2 a.m. and that's just not ideal for trying to do these journeys and keep the videos going. But I think we do, since we've been doing this what like close to 5 months now, we have a rhythm going and it's working. Learn to in these stations, these are actually for bikes, which is pretty cool. So instead of trying to take your bicycle up the steps, you can have a little ramp. All right, platform 7. This way. Wow, look at all those tracks and lines. It's pretty cool. I think the train system is just so awesome. Is this us already on platform 7 coming through? Let's see, let's see. Let's see the side. Maybe this is, maybe it's not. I would assume because ours is probably about to leave and I would say 8 to 10 minutes. So this actually might be it right here. Ooh, mind the gap. Woo! That was a pretty quick little journey back to where we need to go, back to the inner city. All right, to the underground we go. So just got off the long journey trains and now we gotta go to the underground. Making our way to dinner. Dinner is what we shall do. We worked quite the appetite up. I think Molly was showing me her steps and I think we're at, anywhere from 13 to 16,000 steps today. I'm definitely starting to feel it. These new shoes are almost broke in and I can't wait till they're like perfect. So she was joking with me. She's like, we're not gonna be getting these steps in the States. I'm like, you're probably right, but we'll have to just, I don't know, go explore, go to the zoo, go do a bunch of stuff so we can make sure we get our steps in. Somehow we just keep spawning to Camden Town every single night. I don't know what it is. Okay, I know what it is. The food options here have been so good for us. So yes, we just left dinner again in Camden Town. I feel like it's a ripple effect every night. Yes, Camden Town is our food spot. Like,
It is.
Camden Town and Soho.
There's like 12 places we can eat here.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that we've, maybe have gone to this restaurant
Okay, don't tell them that we've gone to the restaurant 3 times.
4 times. Okay. It's so good and we enjoy it. But okay, we have to do something before we end this video. We were at Paddington Station the other day on our long journey train, and we did not find Paddington.
The golden bear, the bronze bear, right?
We gotta go do that tonight. So we're gonna make our way down the tube and we're gonna end up in Paddington Station where we have to swap over anyways.
Yes.
So we gotta go find our little buddy. Sound like a plan? Plan?
Yeah.
Okay, on to Paddington Station where we gotta go find Paddington. Hey, while we're down here, look, Camden Town Station history. This is really, really cool. 1915? Wow. And like, we're still in the original building, which is pretty awesome to think. I mean, obviously, because they didn't move the tubes around, right? Mm-hmm. There you have it if you want to see some history of this station.
The damage during the Blitz, this was whenever they were separated, like the country.
Yeah?
Separated from Europe.
There's old photos right there. It's crazy that we literally walk through history every single day. You don't realize it. 1924. 36 and 1940. We made it to Paddington. We have to find our little friend. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Oh, because we're on the opposite side. That is why. There he is. Oh, Paddington.
We've been searching all over for you.
Dude, you have no idea what we went through this evening. You have no idea.
Look, they rubbed his nose. That's why he's all shiny right there.
You have to rub his nose. He's probably like, ow, quit.
you patted him. Good boy.
Okay, you gotta get your photo. That's so cute. Win in Paddington, right? What in the world? Oh, we were so close the other day. Look, we saw that statue literally right there, and I was like, we saw the top of it, right?
Yes, because there's a train here.
Yep. Yes, we did. We were so close.
We passed him on the middle aisle.
Yes.
And then we went up from there on the stairs. But
Oh my goodness. Mission complete, right?
Yeah.
All right, Paddington. We'll see you later, buddy. Oh, look at this bench. That is so cute. That's really, really cool. This is pretty cool little information here about Paddington. So it actually he arrived in 1958. I didn't know it went back that far. 2013 was when the actual first film was out. That's pretty awesome. All right, I would say our Paddington goal was complete. Actually, our entire day was complete today.
we had a busy day.
Very busy day. It was wonderful. Everybody have a good day?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, you guys know the drill. We're gonna leave the video right here. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.